Hello, Darkness here, and this is a review of the Kotobukiya Frame Arms Werewolf Spectre. This is the box front art, as you can obviously see, and let's get out of the way of that and review the model itself. Well, let's start with actually the frame, going by the name of Frame Arms. All the mechs have a little frame. Sorry for I've changed language issues. This is the frame for the frame arms. Basic design. Guess I should go over posability before I add the armor. Head, ball joint. Mid shoulder, ball joint, weirdly enough. Shoulders, universal joint with two hinges, or pivot and a hinge. Bicep swivel, double hinged elbows, and a universal wrist. Oops, that was something. Under that it has a double hinge crunch. If you move it slightly, so that shows a lot of S movement. Oop, coming up hot today, aren't you? Using those two joints. Clean bring us back. A waist swivel. Universal hips that ended up there. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. And a universal foot. In three joints actually. A hinge, swivel, and a pivot. So that's the there's the articulation. Now let's go for accessories just for this form first. He has technically three pairs of hands. He has the two fists he has on the right already, two grippy hands, and two calm open hands for many poses. And the way you attach them is actually, you should know how to attach them anyway. Go by how they look. You just a peg and port system. I fail at doing hands. And he can pose with all the hands. Now, it also in the set also comes with a spare little accessory to change up the main head. A tiny little eyepiece. And the way you change it is, let me just take the head off first. The way you change it is, we'll put it right in. As you remove his chin, if you can get it bloody off, then you remove the eye itself, and you slide on the new eye. And you think, I guess you should probably already know what to do next. Is just replace the chin, and you got a little mono-eyed little mech. Now, this isn't all that's come with it. As a frame arms, as armor, and this set has a base set of armor. Oop. Oh no, everything's going wrong. Yeah, I'll be back when I get this all together. Now, after a bit of mecha dress up, you've got the base, or what they call the base form of the Werewolf Spectre set. As you see, after a knee pad change, chest and back change, and a head change, or taking off the knees and head and replacing the chest and back, then a little bits of armor and replacing the feet, as you can see here, and getting a little bit of height, he's got a little extra form you can count on. But really, it's just a way to just change from one form to the next without needing to make a full change and saving money. because pretty much the two mechs in the set, technically three, but all three mechs in the set use the same Under Armour. That's right, 3. As this set to keep costs down, as it's pretty much just an upgrade set of a different set. Like I say, sell up. The werewolf spectres are just an upgrade of a different mech, and so they added the other mech with the same undergarments. And so I'll be adding the armor next for the one with the least amount of upgrades, and we'll just add it in because they need the bulk out the price. Go Rai in all his glory. Well, as you can see, Go Rai is a lot more industrialized than the frame arms architect, as it's called. Oop. It's a lot more bulky, obviously, and it's got tank treads, a tank turret, a little. I have no clue what that is. I'm just guessing it's a sensor. And to those who can actually tell from my bad quality, he's got a little bitty knife, which he can hold very poorly. Well, maybe it's just mine, but mine can't even hold it properly. Hold this way, can't without me altering the hand. But okay, he's doing a knife. Do knife poses, shivya, whatever you want. Now this has a couple of extra features, including, if I can get into frame, foldable down treads. I'm just guessing it's either for mobility or just for stability, as from me, as you can already tell, this guy has very poor balance and very poor weight issues, as most of his weight is in these parts down here, which putting it lower allows it for the center of balance it has in this configuration and not in when the tank treads are folded up. Also, the turret can pivot. Also, you can also notice he's not much different than the base armor form. As always got his thicker shins, shoulder pads, a head, and any accessories. I guess I should show you the head to do a little bit of detail unlocking. As you see, he has a very multi-tone head, because though you might not be able to see it very well on camera, is four of the front of the head and the back head entirely different colours. That's the same with all three forms of this guy, especially the three-toned head of a werewolf spectre, who has like this colour, blue and white, as its colour scheme in the head. This has just got black little highlights, dark grey and light grey, which is kind of very noticeable unless you're looking from the front or in very good lighting conditions. Also, a little bit of pivot on his shoulders. Don't know why. Maybe just a little bit of extra. And also, I don't know why they added this little flap piece there to allow for the foot movement, because you can only do that when his legs are bent or without the knee pad, because that gets in the way. And the only way to actually make it work with his legs straight is, well, to move the leg piece, which that's the only way it's worked for me. So I guess now we should show you the second form of the frame arms set. Ryu-rai. Voila. Ryu-rai in all his glory. And for those who have seen pictures of Ryu-rai and noticed that the shoulder pads are vastly different, is very different to those in the pictures, as here they are halfway up his arms, but usually they're dangling off his arms, off his shoulders. Well, that's because Ryu-rai has display options, really. It comes with two little hook pieces to replace two little blocks on his shoulders that the instructions show to use. And I prefer those because of one reason and one reason only. These hook pieces are the only ones that allow his blade cannons to move up. Yeah, a bit stupid really, but hey, you want actual practicality, don't you? And also, again, he has very bad problems standing up. As this is more entwined with what the pictures are. Also, he also has another display option. He has three forms of his head. Visorless with the visor on top of the head. Oh, very dark. Visor on top of head. Head without visor. Sorry, hold on, just to get the thing on. And head with visor, which sort of gives it like a Splinter Cell look, with all the little eye pieces in. Now, there's two other features of the ryu-rai. Fully deployable artillery stands, is what I'm guessing they are, or just supports for artillery guns, or just cannons in general. Don't mind that. And deployable cannons on his back. He cannot be knocked over while he shoots. Sorry for that. Now, in a set, this mech gets upgraded partially to a new form. Werewolf Spectre. And now, Werewolf Spectre in all his glory. Whereas Go-Rai looks like a tanking artillery, personally this guy looks like an endgame like character. Like weapons everywhere. Now, look, added things, as I'm supposed to upgrade, the only added parts are, really, these dual barrel guns, these rocket pods, this face mask, this shoulder pad in the bar section, and a pin to hold those two cannons together. That's all that's new about this guy. So yeah, not much. But the only part, really, getting too ahead of myself. Now, because it keeps so much of the ryu-rai, but even though it carries so much of the ryu-rai, it doesn't actually looks a lot more different, a lot more like destructive than the ryu-rai. Maybe it's because of all the weapons, I don't know. It can still deploy all its parts and deploy even more than usual. It can deploy 2 giant guns off its shoulder, so just one off his shoulder. And on his other arm, he can deploy a double barrel gun, which is so reason very floppy today. Kind of stay up. And a double and 3 missile pods. Gonna blow the thing out. God damn it. Ah, there it is. You can lay off all those weapons at you at once. And you can still wield that knife at the same time. Mentioning the colouring, you might notice that the paint job on all 3 have been pretty much single coloured with small highlights. That's because, like most markets, they expect you to either paint or sticker these things. But with frame arms, they don't give you stickers because these are pretty much meant to be a canvas to those who can paint, and pretty much give enough of a single colour to make them look cool enough without need of painting. Which is the reason why these missile pods over here, if you can't see them here, these missile pods are not even painted. Now, as I only showed articulation in one form, I should at least give you the details of articulation in an armoured form compared to a frame arms form. Well, to first start off, he has the same pretty much arm articulation apart from a limited elbow now and a limited shoulder. Unless show the ryu-rai, which has a more ability to have a full range of motion in his elbow, his shoulder. Chest thing, limited. Head, still as expressive. Crunch to one joint now. Thigh, limited as always. Knee, slightly limited, but this form has a kneecap cover. Ankle has the same this way motion. Can't really spin that much this way, and can't really tilt that well either. Doesn't have much wrist articulation before. As before, it can do an entire 90-degree bend in its wrist. Now it can only do slightly, but still has full rotation of the wrist. And so you can still give off little bits of posing with the knife. Now, we're wondering, as it's supposed to be a painting canvas, it's also supposed to be a canvas for those who like to mod their characters and mechs. As the reason why they give you multiple sets, and why I believe this is the best one to get if you're trying to get into the series, is you can literally add parts from other sets and other frame arms, and even some of the weapon unit sets that the Kobe here also makes, to make little add-ons to your mechs. So this is just a basic replace one bit, do something else kind of mech. But you can do a lot more with a lot more parts. As this is a limited set, but you get a total of 2 shins, or 2 entire leg armors, 2 entire shoulder pads, and many choices for the head. And since you have so many parts related to the werewolf spectre, you could actually attach one of his little dual barrel guns to the forearm for a little like fusion cannon Megatron action, but it looks kind of stupid, but still you can do whatever you want. It's like Mugen Mine. As long as you get the parts, more makes better. So do I recommend this? I recommend it if you're getting more than one of the set series, like I'm going to. And, well, I don't know much else to say, apart from it's a good set. Oh, one more thing before I go. If you're wanting to display these guys, they use a, what I believe to be a 1 to 100 scale display stand peg, like a Gundam model set. I don't have one, but I believe this is, because this is what I believe the scale is, going by the box in relation to the size of a Ixia. Oh, size comparisons. I should give you something in the size to compare it with. Well, as this is in most households, I shall size compare it with this. Almost the same size as a Wii remote. Fight! Toys. They can kill you. Especially this knife. This thing's bloody sharp. Sharp. It's almost as sharp as a knife. Well, it is a knife. Well, I have nothing else to say apart from good night, farewell, and see you next time.